lecturer, Madam Nuzama, and everyone. My name is Awang Afka, and this is our group presentation from Group M on the Multiple Regression Analysis Report. And our topic for this assignment is the survey on students from Faculty of Economics and Business spending on watching series per month using monthly quota. And to start with my part of the presentation, allow me to give a brief introduction about multiple regression analysis. It is the extent of linear regression to allow for two or more independent variables, which was also called as predictors with only one dependent variable, often called as criterion or the outcome variable. It is used to determine the statistical significance of the attempted prediction and the strength of relation between single dependent variable and multiple independent variables. For the topic of this assignment, we as a group have decided to do a survey on students from Faculty of Economics and Business, or FEB in short, spending on watching series per month using monthly quota, which focuses on predicting hours spent watching series by the students depending on the money spent on the monthly quota and the size of the monthly quota in gigabytes that they subscribe. Next, our report aims in constructing a mathematical model using multiple regression to estimate the time or hours spent by the students of FEB on watching series per month using monthly quota based on a set of predictive variables, which are the money spent and the amount of monthly quota. And we're also trying to understand and determine how significant the independent variables towards our dependent variable. The analysis software used to perform the descriptive statistical analysis and diagram is by using Microsoft Excel.
Hello, my name is Pearl. I'm going to present to you about the variables for analysis. As what Awang said just now, that our report focuses on predicting the hours spent watching series by the students that depends on two things, which are the money spent on their monthly quota and the monthly quota in gigabytes. Therefore, in our analysis, we have one dependent variable, which is the hours spent on watching series per month using monthly quota, and two independent variables, which are the money spent on the monthly quota and the monthly quota size. Okay, next is the statistical approach. We are using multiple regression as our statistical approach. Multiple regression is the use of more than one independent variable to predict an independent variable. Alright, so as you look at the screen, you can see the equation of the multiple regressions. The x1 is the money spent on the monthly quota. x2 is the monthly quota in gigabytes. So these two, x1 and x2, is the independent variables. So we have dependent variables, which is the y, is the hours spent on watching series. BO is constant. B1 is the slope, beta coefficient for x1, which is the first independent variable. B2 is the beta coefficient for x2, which is the second independent variable.
Hi, my name is Karen. I am going to present descriptive analysis, objective and data collection. In descriptive analysis, we have measure of location and variability. I will present about the mean, variance, and standard deviation because we are frequently asked to calculate. To calculate mean, we sum out all the x value and divide by the number of items in the dataset. And in our sample is 20 respondents. In our survey, sample mean for money spent on money quota is LM 62.5 ringgit. It is the average for money spent on buying quota per month. To calculate variance, we find the average of square difference or means then divide by n minus 1, that is 19. The value we get is measure the probability of the estimate value of a sample. For standard deviation, it is a square root or variance. Value for money quota is 845.99 GIP. We square root these values to find the standard deviation, that is 29.09 GIP.
Okay, hello again. So we go for the objective of this study. So in this study, we have three objectives. Okay, the first objective, we want to examine the relationship between an individual hours spent on watching series per month with the monthly quota and the money spent on monthly quota. The second objective, we want to formulate the multiple regression model that captures the relationship between the money spent on monthly quota, the monthly quota, and the hours spent on watching series per month. And our last objective, which is the third objective, we want to identify the influential and significant predictors that affects individuals' money spent on monthly quota.
Objective of our survey is doing the multiple regression model that use the relationship between the three variables that we are using. They are money spent on buying quota per month, money quota, and hours spent on watching series per month using money quota. We have collect the observation using the Google form, and respondents need to answer the three variables that we are asking. The target respondent is FEB student from UNIMAS.
Assalamualaikum, I bid to Dr. Uzaima. I'm Nurjana. As the next presenter, will continue our group presentation with the hypothesis testing of individual significance and the overall significance. To determine the significance of S1, which is the money spent on the monthly quota, and the Y, which is the hours spent on watching series per month. Suppose the null hypothesis is beta 1 equal to 0, which indicate no relationship between these two variables. The alternative hypothesis will be beta 1 is not equal to 0 at alpha equal to 0.05, implying there are a relationship between these two variables. Based on table 1, p-value is less than 0.05. We reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there are a relationship between these two variables. Meanwhile, for the X2, which is the monthly quota, and the Y, which is the hours spent on watching series per month, the null hypothesis will be beta 2 equal to 0, which indicate no relationship, and the alternative hypothesis will be beta 2 is not equal to 0 at alpha equal to 0.05, implying there are relationship between these two variables. Since the p-value is less than 0.05, we have to reject the null hypothesis and conclude there are relationship between these two variables. Next is the overall significance. Suppose the null hypothesis will be beta 1 equal to beta 2 equal to 0. The alternative hypothesis will imply one or both of the parameter does not equal to 0 at alpha equal to 0.05. F0.05 is equal to 3.59. To conclude, we reject the null hypothesis because F is more or equal to 3.59 since the actual F is equal to 223.295. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Suraya binti Muhammad. metric number 6740. I will present the subtopic of the multiple regression analysis, which is from coefficient of determination until the estimated equation. Firstly, the coefficient of determination. The coefficient of multiple determination, R squared, measures the proportion of variation in the dependent variable that can be predicted from the set of independent variables in a multiple regression equation. The formula of coefficient of determination for multiple regression is R squared equal to SSR over SST, where SSR is the sum of squares due to regression, while SST is the total sum of squares. From the regression statistic table, we find that R squared equal to 0.963329 means that 96.33% of the changes in hours spent on watching series per month can be explained by the changes in monthly quota and money spent on monthly quota. Since R squared is high, the model fits the data well. Next is multiple regression model. Multiple regression model is a regression model that contains more than one regressive variable. We find that hours spent on watching series per month, Y, is related to the money spent on monthly quota, X1, and the monthly quota, X2, and error term by the following regression model. Y equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 plus epsilon, where beta naught, beta 1, beta 2 are the parameters and epsilon is a random variable called the error terms. Multiple regression equation. Multiple regression equation is equation that describes how the mean value of the dependent variable y is related to independent variables, which is x1 and x2. The formula for multiple regression equation is expected value of y equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2. The multiple regression equation of this study is expected value of y equal to negative 12.292 plus 0.373 x1 plus 0.381 x2. To solve the estimates of beta naught, beta 1, beta 2, we use least square method. From the computer output, beta naught equal to negative 12.292, beta 1 equal to 0.373, and beta 2 equal to 0.381. Last but not least, estimated multiple regression equation. The equation for estimated multiple regression equation is y cap equal to b naught plus b1 x1 plus b2 x2. From the least square outputs, we find that b naught equal to negative 12.292, b1 equal to 0.373, and b2 equal to 0.381. So, the estimated multiple regression equation for this study is y cap equal to negative 12.292 plus 0.373 x1 plus 0.381 x2. From this equation, we found out that b1 equal to 0.373, the hours spent on watching series per month is expected to increase by 0.373 hour for each additional money spent on monthly quota when the variable monthly quota is held constant. When b2 equal to 0.381, the hours spent on watching series per month is expected to increase by 0.381 hour for each additional monthly quota. when the variable money spent on monthly quota is constant.
To conclude this presentation, the result that was determined from the analysis predicts 96.33% of the variance in hours spent on watching series with the adjusted R-square of 0.963329, which is high and fit the data well. Since the F value is more than 3.59, we can reject the null hypothesis, and hence the result that we can deduce is both the independent variables, which are the money spent and the size of monthly quota, are proven significant. And that is all from us. Thank you so much.